ka-amigo. So, as you all know, 2020 is about to end and we're about to start a new year. How time flies so fast for this year. But, andito na tayo, mag-end of the year na. So, we decided to talk about lessons we have learned this 2020, and basically based on the title is we want to write a message to ourselves for this year.
Is it going to be emotional? Kailangan ko ba magkuha ng tissue?
Crying session pala tong podcast na to. Charot lang, guys. Si may special entry siya sa lessons learned niya.
Yes, may nag-send kasi sa Chinititas@gmail.com. So if you want to send your story, advice, or whatever you're feeling right now, go and send an email to us because we will be choosing a couple of messages to read on our episode. So maybe it's yours. Yeah, I feel like maganda siyang i-relate to what I'm going to say. Because nung binasa ko talaga, I was like, damn. Can I say damn here? I don't. Damn. Sobrang feels talaga. I was like, this girl, she might be my new best friend. Grabe talaga. But,
I'm going to be replaced, guys.
Replace na kita. Chuping.
OMG.
Anyway, why don't you start with what you've learned with 2020? Kasi feel ko mahabang usapan to, girl.
Yeah. So actually, guys, trivia lang. So nag-film na kami before ng lessons learned. But then, nawala yung file. Pero parang na-realize namin na mas gusto namin itong version namin kasi yung first version kasi walang parang message to ourselves. So ito, I think mas masakit siya sa heart, ganun. So, yun lang, guys.
It's a blessing in disguise na nawala natin yung files.
Yeah, actually, mas gusto ko tong pag-uusapan natin. So, sige, I can start siguro. So, wala naman ako list or of parang things I learned, but more on I guess for this year kasi one of the things talaga na ginool ko and something I'm really learning was how to set boundaries for myself and sa mga ginagawa ko. So, to expound on that, feeling ko kasi for the past few years of my life, very parang oo lang ng oo without, kahit pagod na ako, parang go pa rin, ganyan. So, this is in general naman, kahit kunyari, paano ba? Parang explain. It's like, kunyari, if someone needs help, I'm G to help. Pero parang if it's getting overwhelming for me, hindi ako nag-no. Parang go lang ng go.
She's the kind of person who doesn't know when to say no. Like, even if you're tired, you're like, wala talaga. Like, if it's to benefit somebody else, lalo na friend, she would really do it. Like, kahit na wala na siyang time, gagawa siya time para sa'yo. Kahit na nahihirapan na siya, kahit may ginagawa siya, ipuput niya yun aside, literally, just to help out a friend. That's the kind of friend she is. And I know that sobrang okay nun as a description, but for that person, it's really, really exhausting kasi hindi mo na take care yung sarili mo. Palagi ko yun sinasabi sa'yo, girl.
Oo, lagi niya actually sinasabi yun na lagi ko pinuput sarili ko out there, ganyan. But dati kasi parang feeling ko, nagigilty ako if I don't help someone or parang if hindi ako nakaka-respond agad, ganyan. Pero now, na-feel ko na it's not being mean naman or nalilesen yung friendship ko with someone, but it's more on, syempre, if I want to help someone, I have to be my best version then. Hindi naman pwede yung half-hearted ako. Alam mo yun, parang how am I going to be there for people if hindi ako okay? Parang I guess yun din. So if you take care of yourself, you can help others din naman. So it doesn't mean naman na if inuna mo sila, hindi mo inuna sarili mo, that's parang better. No, that's not better actually, guys. Parang mas worse yun. And ikaw din, parang maburnout ka. Maburnout ka and parang mafe-feel mo na you're so tired of everything. Parang hindi rin siya good for your friendships, honestly. So,
Feel ko it's hard for you to like accept or adjust na to the point na you're prioritizing yourself kasi sanay ka na the years, like grade 3 pa kita kilala, and you've always prioritized someone else. You've always like put yourself the second or third or fourth, ganun. Kasi talagang inuna mo yung other people. Tapos, feel mo kasi like that's the nice thing to do. That's the good thing to do. And I'm really happy na finally, parang, like, I can see your progress talaga. Like, you've been really good to yourself. Like, self-love, I could see it in you.
Yeah, as
Na-hold
in,
mo na siya. You are self-love. Wow.
I'm getting there. So, hindi pa siya perfect. So, I think yung example on what I'm doing, para ma-imagine nyo lang is, kunyari, may nag-chat sa akin. So, dati kasi, sobrang lala talaga. Ako yung pinakamabilis mag-reply. As in, kahit pagod ako, parang reply ako. I would take time, ganyan. Ngayon, ina-acknowledge ko na may sarili akong pace and time na, syempre, yun din naman, guys, if someone hindi nakaka-reply sa'yo agad, or, kunyari, kasi may instances you see people, di ba, nag-share sila, tapos hindi ka nire-replyan. So, guys, unless na 3 days ka nilang hindi nire-replyan or 2 days, parang, medyo, allow that person to reply on their own timeline. Kasi, syempre, kahit simple lang yung question or yung sasabihin, minsan it gets overwhelming. Pag super daming chat, super dami mo kailangan respondan. Alam mo yun? Parang we all have a timeline. And wag niyo unahan yung person. I guess yun. Yun yung pinaka na-learn ko rin talaga na it's okay to reply on your timeline, to do stuff on your timeline. I mean, may days na, di ba, we would discuss na, okay, mag-film tayo on this day for the podcast. And then, sasabihin ko sa'yo minsan na, okay lang ba i-move? Kasi I'm very tired, ganyan-ganyan. And she would understand it. I would understand din kung ganun din yung nafe-feel niya. So, take turns lang kami. And syempre, we have to be reasonable din pag move kami ng deadlines. Kasi if dating ugali ko, I wouldn't do that. 'Di ba? Parang pag ako yung
Yeah.
dati, go lang ng go. Kahit pagod na ako, sige, go. Tuloy natin, ganyan. So, yun. Kaya feeling ko
Minsan
nasabi
umaabot ka
rin
pa
niya.
like 3 a.m. tapos nakikipag-chat ka pa sa mga tao para tulungan sila sa problema nila. Alam mo yun? Yung parang ako, talaga? Paano mo kinakaya yun? Amazing. Like, that's a superpower.
May ganun akong trait na I guess kasi natatakot ako magsabi na bukas na lang. Alam mo yun? Parang natatakot kasi ako. Pero feeling ko syempre, alam ko naman na kunyari may problem yung mga tao. Alam mo yun? Alam ko naman na urgent. I mean, syempre need mo ng kausap. But then, syempre parang ako din, kailangan ko din ng parang personal space ko to breathe and not get overwhelmed. Kasi mabilis ako ma-overwhelm honestly. Pero I guess yun din, if marami ka kasing taong kinakausap, may tendency talaga na malulula ka na lang with what's happening. Tsaka yun din, aside from ganyan, yung setting boundaries, um, yung second siguro is, parang I'm trying to, um, parang I'm trying na, hindi ko kasi alam yung parang if-phrase ko here, but it's more on learning to um, not get too deep with other people's problems. So, meron akong friend na
Ah.
nagsabi, feeling ko nga pag pinakinggan niya tong podcast na 'to, tatawa siya kasi alam niya na siya yun. Meron akong friend na nagsabi na meron akong tendency na yung problema ng ibang tao nadidibdib ko. Parang problem mo, ginagawa ko siyang problema ko rin, kaya ako nakaka-relate.
Oo.
Nada-digest ko yung problema mo. So, parang yung taong yun, yung mga people na kinakausap ko, nafe-feel nila syempre parang nakakatuwa naman, nakaka-relate ka. But to my mental health, parang naaano ako, parang na-anxiety din ako or parang nalulungkot ako, ganyan. Kasi nga, nadidibdib ko. So, alam mo yun, I try my best
Kasi
talaga
somehow
na
you're giving a part of yourself
myself.
to that person.
Oo.
Oh,
Kaya,
a part of your emotions, yung heart mo, yung
oo.
energy mo, like may binibigay ka talagang mini Kara.
Oo. And yun, parang ang hirap. Parang nahirapan ako before na parang paano mo ba medyo part siya ng setting boundaries, but parang giving yourself the space, I think, na eto yung emotions mo, ito yung mga problema mo, eto problema ng ibang tao. And it doesn't mean that if they talk to you, meaning didibdibin mo din. Parang minsan gusto lang nila ng kausap or something, ganyan. So, parang I'm trying to learn din na it's okay to offer listening ears lang and okay lang naman na hindi ko rin problemahin yung problema nila. Alam mo yun, kasi minsan may tendency talaga ako na maghahanap ako ng solution for you. Kasi siyempre alam ko nahirapan ka. But then yun, it's okay lang naman na hindi gano'n. So yung akin talaga, yung theme ko for the year is really self-love kasi honestly dati parang hindi ko siya alam paano gawin. Hindi naman sa I hate myself, but more on,
Grabe naman.
oo, parang feeling ko lang lagi na hindi ako enough. Alam mo yun, parang feeling ko lagi kulang ginagawa ko, kahit ano, in any aspects, career, life in general, yung mga things that na-try na ng iba, ako di ko pa nata-try. So yun, parang I would always, compare myself to other people. So kunyari, natutuwa na ako na nagawa ko 'to, and then biglang may maririnig ako na this person is doing this or has achieved this, yan na parang if they exceed me, nalulungkot na ako na parang, "Bakit bakit gano'n? Ba't hindi wala pa ako diyan?" Parang gano'n. Even or parang bigla masa-sad na lang ako na hindi pa ba enough yung ginagawa ko? Parang hindi ko kasi alam kung bakit I would want people to validate me, which is dapat naman hindi. Yun yung
Mm.
tendency ko talaga na I want people to, parang alam mo yun, gusto ko lang ng validation na I'm on the right track, may sense 'tong ginagawa ko. But then I think it's more on the perspective na, ako ba happy ako sa ginagawa ko? Ako ba happy ako sa progress ko? So, yun, that's what I've been trying to learn then for this whole year and, alam mo may progress naman ako. May days talaga na parang, "No, okay ka na, you're doing great, parang you gave it your best shot and that's what matters na ginawa mo yung best mo, nag-try ka naman very, hard, hindi ka naman like nagpabaya ng responsibilities or what and then bata pa ako, dapat hindi ko i-pressure sarili ko too much, ganyan." Kasi alam mo yung minsan feeling ko na parang dapat same kami or dapat higher pa para I would feel contented. But hindi siya gano'n, eh. Hindi ka talaga makokontento kahit anong saan punta mo kasi if you're always gonna compare, hindi ka
Totoo.
matatapos. Like, it never ends. Kahit na nasa top of the food chain ka na, you're always gonna think na or there's always gonna be someone better than you na sasabihin mo na, "Dapat lampas ako diyan," or "Dapat more pa," ganyan. So, I think yun, parang giving myself that break or stopping myself from being so pressured. I guess yun yung pinaka, lessons ko talaga for this whole year na ang dami nangyayari. And I guess kasi nasa bahay, ganyan. So, mas napa-prioritize ko rin yung sarili ko na parang oo, parang may days na puwede ka naman mag-no dito, puwede mo naman i-move to a date na mas you feel better or something. Embrace mo lang yung lahat na nafi-feel mo, like if you're sad, then be sad, it's okay and, basta try ka lang ulit the next day or the next 2 days kung gusto mo mag-grieve 2 days, gano'n. Pero, I guess yun, and yung message ko to myself and siguro for those na nakaka-relate din is it's okay to put yourself first kasi ikaw naman talaga dapat yung inuuna mo. Kasi if you are your best version, then you could help other people, you could, be there for others then. And at the same time, you will be at peace and happy. And that, yes, may times we make mistakes, mali yung mga decisions natin, mali yung path na na-take natin. But, that's okay kasi, you could always turn back and try another path. Alam mo yun? Like, honestly, for me, may mga things naman na kaya pa ma-change. Pero syempre, if you can't control things, we gotta see the good and the fun, alam mo yun, in the mistakes.
True.
Kahit na mahirap, I know mahirap, but, life hindi naman ano yan, may limits din ang life, lalo na this 2020 nakita natin ang dami nangyari and it makes you appreciate more, the things you have now, the things parang yung things that you get to control. So I guess yun yung for me.
Yeah, what you're going through, it's not easy. It's not something that you can do overnight. It's not something na parang biglang, ganito na ako mag-isip. Ganito na ako mag-feel. Like, it's not that easy. So, this process talaga, if you're going through the same thing, it takes time. It takes practice. Kahit na, it takes time talaga to practice your mind to settle in sa prioritizing yourself and knowing what you need, asking the right questions, and shifting perspective. Kasi and all that talaga, parang you can't do it alone. I feel like that's a
Agree.
hard thing to go through alone. Kasi if you're thinking something na negatively, tapos walang nag-push sa'yo to go to the more optimistic side, to think more healthily, calmly, parang mahirap na to remind yourself
Oo.
na parang, nandun na ulit ako sa negative spot.
I agree. As in, yun din, I think, what helped me then is I have friends na yun din yung, the things they believe in. Yun din yung things that they tell you na, ganito ka kasi. And, it helps you to wake up na, ganito na pala kalala or ganito na pala ako. And that's something that I try din na to, alam mo yun, to reflect on na paano ba natin gawin hindi gano'n. Alam mo yun, taking that step in
Mm-mm.
realizing, ano yung, nagiging ugali mo or things na nagiging bad habits mo na, I think that's a good progress, eh. Alam mo yun? Things start with baby steps talaga, eh. Hindi naman yung paggising ko, I know how to set boundaries na kaagad. Alam mo yun, may days naman
Yeah.
na hindi ko nagagawa, may days na nagagawa ko, but through those experience, you get to understand ano yung weakness mo, ano yung strengths mo, ano yung, type of scenarios na, "Ay, na-overcome ko siya." And you get to celebrate those small victories. Alam mo yun?
Alam mo, para tong, alam mo yung therapy circle? Hi, I'm May, and I have a joke lang. Parang ganun na eh. Naglabasan na
I
tayo
love
ng ano
it.
eh.
Oo nga, eh. Ano yung tawag dun, yung ano yun, life circle group ba yan? Nakalimutan ko yung term.
Support group.
Oo, support group tayo, guys. Support group with coffee.
Yeah.
Pero
So
ano
if you guys have like a problem, or if you want to ask something relating to that, you can ask us. Lalo na si Kara, she has like experience regarding going through that. So marami rin siya pinagdaanan, and marami siyang pwedeng i-share kung nahihirapan kayo.
yeah, puwede kayong mag-email tapos maging pen pals tayo gano'n, mag-send na lang tayo ng email ng advices gano'n. Ginawang chatroom yung email. Pero ikaw ba,
Oo
ano
nga
yung
eh.
lessons learned mo? Like, ang dami ko na kasi sinabi, so gusto ko malaman ano yung sa'yo?
For me, 2020 is just like everybody else's. It's a hard year. And I think the most difficult time for me is not talking to anyone. Like I am a very talkative person. Like I rant all the time. I rant about nonsense, about the weather, about pinagdaanan ko through the day. Like palagi talaga ako may kailangan sabihin. And
Hmm,
I think dun ako pinaka nahirapan when I can't express myself or my thoughts. Tapos parang nandun na siya, tapos parang mag-explode na ako. So, I write a lot during this 2020. And with regards to that, here is the message or the letter that an anonymous person has sent. So, you may call me Cheese. So, hi, Cheese. And I'm
hello,
going to
Chi.
read kasi, di ba, ang cute, no, Cheese? But sabi niya, she's just sending the blog kasi baka trip natin. And nung binasa ko, like, I could totally relate. So, I'm going to read it. So the title of this blog is Just Go. It was published in May 2020, so during quarantine then. So similar to me, I think na maybe other people, other listeners have gone through this stage as well. So here goes. I want to write. I want to write, but I don't know what to write about. I've always enjoyed the typing sounds and the feels I have whenever I am at my laptop. I feel like I've been so productive, even if I'm just typing. I used to stress about what to write about. I would think of how people would react to what I write, or if the content I'm going to write will be relevant to anyone. I've also stressed about the design of my blog post and that I have to be like other bloggers out there with pretty pages and all that. I know, you would wonder, why would you think so far when no one has ever read a single thing I've written about? I haven't even wrote about anything yet. Well, I believe what you write about is who you are at the very moment. At that time, I've been so insecure. I would constantly compare myself to other people. And I had this mindset that I have to outdo other people so that people would notice me. But today, it's a different story. Today, I just want to write. I don't care if you read my blog. I don't care if this doesn't make sense to you. You know why? Because I just want to write. I just want to write about literally anything under the sun. If you do read this, well, thank you. If you don't, it's fine. Most likely, if you read up to this point, you just be curious about what I'm thinking about. That's true. I'm like wondering saan na ba 'to mapupunta? Well, basically, I'm just being me. I'm not living up to the standards of people. Neither am I trying to be better than other people. Today, I just want to be me. And I hope I'd get to be like that every day. If not, I hope I'd go back to being me, even if that means I would type out stuff like, I want to write because of the sounds of the keyboard. Because honestly, it feels good. Very, very good. You know, alam mo yung ASMR thing, like she should have that on her phone, yung keyboard type.
Oo nga.
It's like calming maybe for. I used to have a diary when I was a kid. I would start my sentences with Dear Diary, and I would just write out what I did for the day, what I feel, and other random stuff that was bothering me. Normally, I'd write until my hand would feel sore. And I hope that as I type here, I would type until I get tired of typing and would call it a day. Wow, she really loves typing and writing. I'm happy actually that I'm typing this long. When I tried writing other contents, I would just get stuck after the first paragraph. But here I am, just writing nonstop, and it feels inspiring. So if you read up to this point, here's what I really want to say: go for it. Go for your dreams. Go take that scary step. Go take risks. Just like me, I just typed without a destination in mind. At least I know if this was for me or not. And that, yun na. Sorry, kinilig ako eh. Kasi tuwan-tuwa talaga ako.
Ang strong nung ending. Boom!
Diba?
Inisip ko na kanina, saan na ba siya papunta? Pero yun, bang.
I know. Ako rin actually. Natuwa ako yung sinabi niya, she's the type of person who would write a diary. Yung start pa lang, like I could see that person. Kasi I think medyo similar kami in a way na before. I don't know. My friends would know that I have a lot of notebooks. Through the years, like I would always write. I would never complete a whole notebook though, but I would always have that notebook na may feelings ko inside na randomly
May
biglang, oh, may something na secret pala na bawal makita ng ibang tao. Like I
meron
have a
3
box
pages.
of those notebooks. Yeah, exactly. But right now I keep all my notebooks. I still have my notebooks, and this year all I did was write. Um, let's just say it's been an emotional year for me this 2020. I've cried, I've laughed, but I've cried a lot. So
Crying a
usually
lot.
when I cry, alam nga naman sino pupuntahan ko sa bahay, di ba? Like it's
Nugget.
actually I would. He would lick my tears though. So naiinis ako kasi magkaka-pimple ako kung saan siya nandila. So usually I would hug Nugget, but instead I would also write on my notebook. I would write all my feelings, all my thoughts. Alam mo yun, kasi it's therapeutic to write down everything that you're feeling. Kasi at the same time, it puts a perspective din na parang it gives you an outside perspective din na parang you're writing a story for someone kahit na feeling mo yun. Alam mo, okay, ito lang talaga gusto ko sabihin. Like so what, kaya ako nakarelate super dito is because sometimes, alam mo yung bigla ka na lang na-feel down for no reason at all. And then you just, gusto mo lang talaga maglabas. So you're right. Siguro one thing that I learned then during this quarantine is to be flexible about your life.
Yes.
Like right now, I just hopped in on the YouTube channel again after for so long. So ayan. And then I tried cooking, I tried baking, I tried doing crafts. Alam mo yun, it's like Try to do the little things that you think you couldn't do. Maybe you'll have fun with it. Maybe you'll find na
Agree.
passion mo pala yun. Parang
Agree.
there's always something unexpected that's happening in your life, and just try it. Kagaya nung sinabi ng letter, just go for it. Adidas pala. Ay, Nike.
Agree ako dyan. Kasi, I think for me this year, the new thing that I did is this one actually, podcast. Like, for those who know me very well, yes, marami akong sinasabing advices. But it's not something that I wanna,
Share to the
broadcast to the
world.
world. Yeah, as in sobrang private person ko. Parang out of all my friends, isa na ako dun sa minsan mag-story. Kasi tamad mag-story. And as quoted by my another friend, tapos na yung event, saka ka palang maglalabas ng phone. Meron akong ganong friend. I think pag pinakinggan niya to, tatawa talaga siya ng malakas. So, yun. As in, ganun akong type of person. Sobrang private. I mean, yes, pag sinat mo ko, pinagkwentuhan tayo, I would share a lot of kwentos and all. Pero it's not something that hindi ako ma-social media. I would like and support you and all that. Pero hindi ako ma-post ng sarili kong gala. Ganap.
That's true.
Kaya yun, parang alam mo yung kahit na this podcast at first, it scared me like crazy. Kasi, syempre, alam mo yung marinig na ng lahat na, ay, ito pala na naiisip niya, and parang ayoko naman ma-judge na, ano ba na yan, babaw nito. Di ka, alam mo yung mga ganon, but then, here we are, nth number of episode.
We're happy about it. Alam mo yun?
Yeah.
As long as you're happy doing something and you're not destroying somebody else's life, that's good. That's
true. Yeah, dito na tayo. So, ano yung masaya? Like, yeah, we're not the number one podcast in the world, but we're happy doing this kasi the few people who has been super duper supportive of us has really been, kayo yung naging motivation pa namin din, lalo na
True.
we've got a chance with this, and we're super happy lang na, shout out to you friends, those who have been really supportive of every episode of our podcast, and even not every episode, kahit yung episode 1 pa lang namin, we're super duper thankful for you all.
Thank you talaga. Like, really, thank you.
You have made our 2020 extra special, friends. It has been a ride.
That's a good way to end 2020.
Kaya, yun, ang ganda nung mga learnings na sinabi mo. I really like, lalo na yung flexible. Mahirap yung life ngayon. Pero I think yung pandemic din talaga parang na-limit na yung things na pwede mong gawin. And it pushed people to explore on other things that you could do.
There's always a good side, a flip side to the bad side.
Agree.
So on that note, I think we should end this and say Happy New Year to everyone who's listening in this podcast. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit subscribe and hit that notification bell. If you're following on Spotify, make sure to hit that share button and make sure that you're clicking follow so that you'll be notified whenever we upload a new episode.
Yes, and if meron kayong stories to share about your 2020, any other things that you learned, or if nakarelate lang kayo, feel free to email us at Chinititas@gmail.com, and we would really love to hear from you guys. Thank you, and have a great new year. Bye!